Okay, there's must have been some like strange connection problem, but now we are live and we are going to talk to Pam Quiñones. So let me just check if she's here. Wait, let me message her. Pam Q. There. So we are going to talk to the one and only Pam Quiñones. We are waiting for her to connect. I don't know what happened. I just finished talking to Lizzo, and now we have Pam Quiñones. There.
Hi.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
I think so. Can you hear me?
I can hear it perfectly fine. Nagwawala si Rinda, nagwawala si Rinda Gaya, nag-hang daw, tsaka sila Mir.
Sorry again?
Sila Rin, tsaka sila Mir, nagwawala, hindi doon nila marinig kanina. Kamusta ka na, Pam?
I know. I'm messaging with Mark. Nick Dow.
He's gonna go after you. Is he drunk already?
Hi, Em. Hi, guys.
Hi, Pam Quiñones. Oh my God, legend.
Hi.
Cheers, you're drinking?
Yes, cheers.
I'm drinking a drink called Brooklyn. How do you feel about Brooklyn?
I've only been to Brooklyn once, and I think the last time I was there was a long time ago. I really liked it. I think I have yet to really experience it with friends.
Yes, but like Brooklyn is so magical in terms of like the new art scene, in terms of the fashion, in terms of like the food and everything. It's like para siyang not Malate. It's like poblacion. Diba?
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Para siyang hi, Mother Pam. Si Rain, Mir.
Hi, Rain.
You have
so happy you can see me.
Oh my God, you have so many children in the fashion scene.
That is true, and I love them all, and they know that.
Correct. How do you feel about being a mother of style?
I love being a mentor, to be honest. Like I was telling a lot of my friends recently that parang it was last year or maybe 2 years ago when I really came to terms with being a mentor to so many people, and I enjoy the process. Parang I like being able to teach them like the right way to become a professional stylist. It's such a great feeling to be able to share, your years of experience with them. So that's something I really treasure.
Exactly. Do you remember the first time I met you? It was in a photo shoot in Astoria. Do you remember Astoria in Pasig?
Oh my God, G3, you are breaking up.
Am I? Like right now?
You are breaking up.
How about now?
Still?
Can
you do it again?
Can you listen to me now? Like very, very well or no? Can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you, but it's a little choppy. I don't know why. It's weird. Hi,
Maybe
Mark.
It's on the typhoon. Mark is here. Mark says hi. Ready na si Mark. Can you hear me?
Gigi, what were you saying?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
I can see you, but you're frozen.
I can see you, but you're perfectly fine. I don't know which is it. I mean, like if it's you or is it me? I don't know. Okay,
do you think we should start a new live?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
As long as you can hear me.
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, so the first time I met you was at a photo shoot in Astoria in Ortigas.
Ooh, whose shoot was it?
You had very long hair and it was blonde and you were still with Mars Miranda days pa yon.
Mars Miranda days, that's right.
That was so long ago. I think we were doing like a show for Studio 23. And I'm like, who's this sexy girl? Like, she's super, like, effervescent, super bright and everything, ganyan. Diba? Parang ganon. And then, parang eventually the stylist revolution happened. And you were up there with Liz, diba? Parang all of a sudden, we all needed stylists in our shows. We all needed stylists in our movies. We all needed stylists in our lives, diba? How do you feel about being one of the first actually in that sort of revolution in style, in entertainment, and in, fashion? How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I think we were at the right place at the right time. Like it was such a great timing for people like us, like Liz, me, and a few other people. We have batchmates as well who were practicing styling, and that was basically the verge of the profession becoming such like a well-known career at the time. Like
That's
there
true.
were people who came before us who were actually practicing stylists, but people were not really looking at the job as something to to
A
something
legitimate
complete.
profession. A
Yeah,
legitimate profession.
like a proper profession,
That's
exactly.
true.
So I think it was really during our batch wherein stylist was labeled as stylist in all its glory, basically. And it's a great feeling to be able to pioneer that batch because parang a lot of the things we did, to be honest, was trial and error because we didn't have proper mentors. So a lot of the things we learned from mere experiences, from all the mistakes we've made, from all the people who came before us. A lot of my mentors, I didn't really have a styling mentor, but I had mentors from makeup artists. Like a lot of the people I worked with, who were much more established, older makeup artists like Lala Flores, Ting Duque.
Yes.
They were like the very first makeup artists I worked with who were already established.
Propaganda.
And I always felt like they had words of wisdom in every shoot, and I felt so lucky to be able to get all these knowledge from them. And they're so generous with their knowledge then, diba? And at the same time, that was like the generation of so many creatives wanting to just collaborate with each other. So you have like Mark McDowell, who's my batchmate, who always wanted to shoot, all these editorials on a weekend, like in some mountain or sa Pierre or wherever, like you'll just do it for fun. I used to shoot a lot of Paulo Pineda, Jake Versosa, Joanne Bitagol. I mean, it's a lot of that creative energy, and I think we were just really feeding off of each other's energies, which was really really great time. Yeah.
Those were like really the pioneering great days of, like the transition of like fashion and entertainment. Di ba? Parang you guys like opened the doors. Di ba? Like I remember I was telling Liz earlier na parang when I started out in entertainment, wala pa talagang stylist. It's in wardrobe pa talaga. What would you say the difference between a wardrobe personnel is to a stylist? Ano yung malaking distinction between stylist and wardrobe?
Well, stylist or styling in general is like a much bigger department, right? Like wardrobe styling is under the main styling platform. So
Yeah.
the main styling platform has so many different stylists. So you have an editorial stylist, you have a wardrobe stylist, and wardrobe stylist basically just focuses on either films or TV shows or soap operas. You have a lot of us who are celebrity stylists who do so many shoots and projects that are associated with different celebrities. So that can cross over from an editorial job to a personal styling, event styling, anything that a celebrity needs in terms of fashion, right?
That's true. It's considered like imaging, di ba? Parang everything that has to do with imaging, di ba? It was like an industry that was forged and it was like made true by girls like you, people like you, di ba? Parang and then now after this whole pandemic thing, I was asking Liz earlier, di ba? Parang what becomes like of the industry when it is considered non-essential, di ba? Parang all of a sudden, di ba? Parang within the quarantine, we look at our closets, and I feel like all of us, diba, at some point in quarantine, we looked at our closets and we like sort of like edited, like what are the things that we need,
Mm-hmm.
what are the things that we do not need, diba? Parang lahat tayo nagkaroon ng time to really edit our closets and think about like what are the things that we actually need in our lives in terms of clothing.
Absolutely. I think it's a long time coming for so many of us, especially us stylists who hoard pieces, who just collect so many things. And we have closets upon closets of clothes, shoes, and whatever, like fashion, accessories, anything, bags, and just everything. But even before the quarantine, even before the pandemic, I actually had started minimizing my wardrobe. I
Okay.
it was a big I think I was very much influenced by my husband who is who really likes to live very minimally. He doesn't really like clutter, he doesn't like excess, he doesn't like waste. So he tries to impart that knowledge basically in all aspects of our lives, and one aspect of that is definitely my fashion choices. So I would, whenever I would bring home a lot of paper bags of stuff, like fashion stuff, he would always corner me and tell me, hang on, do you absolutely need these things? Like, why are you bringing them home? So, it's like an ongoing conversation that we have, which we started about 5 years ago. And to be honest, and my team at Curator knows about this, that I started really minimizing my entire life about 2 years ago. And
Wow.
yeah, and the most amazing thing is it really forced me to think creatively. It made me think of how am I going to really style my closet in a way that I can optimize every single piece that I have that I really, really love. And I shouldn't keep anything in my closet that I don't absolutely love. So, like,
True.
you kind of treat your closet as a members only club, wherein
Yeah,
only the best fashion pieces that you personally love get an invite. So it's like that. It's
that's
like it's
true.
so small. And that way you can really maximize your clothes, right? And you start realizing that that is why you buy quality pieces, because you can keep reusing, and you can really prolong the life cycle of the clothes that you have.
And that is why absolutely you came up with Vestido, di ba? Oh, gusto ko yung
Yes.
sinengwe ko yung Vestido, di ba? Parang, because it's such a waste to own of all of these clothes and then, like just wear it once and, like never wear it again. It just takes up storage and everything. How did you come up with the idea, the brilliant idea, the genius idea, which is
Yeah, thanks for
Vestido?
asking me, G3, about Vestido. That was really one of the sort of consequences of my conflict about clothes and shoes and everything that I own. Because as a celebrity stylist for so many years now, I think you mentioned earlier what year we met,
Tanda
but
na natin,
basically
girl. Ang tanda na natin.
super tagal na. I mean, we have so much stuff. I mean, I'm seeing you have so many clothes behind you also. I mean, everyone has a problem, right? But as an artista, or in the celebrity world, I felt that it was super necessary for so long for celebrities to wear as a unique, super special one-off piece every time. And for some reason, whenever you repeat it, people criticize you for it. So it became this deadly cycle of celebrities not wanting to wear anything that has been worn before, stylists trying to keep churning out anything new, creating new things, buying new things for fear of being criticized by the media or by, I don't know, anyone else about repeating outfits. But no one was really thinking that it wasn't really productive like that. It's very
Yeah.
wasteful. So that was sort of like a conflict I had a few years back before we started Vestido. And when we had a closet full of stuff, and by closet, I mean like a whole house, G3, because our studio is
Warehouse.
massive. And I had a conversation with my business partner, and we said, why don't we just we have all these clothes, we can sell them in a garage sale, but at the same time, I feel like some of them are super special. If someone will buy it, that person will probably only wear it once to a special occasion. Why don't we try to inspire people to rent
Rent it.
pieces, because it's okay to get access to special pieces for a fraction of the price and not have the commitment to these pieces to keep, right? And it saves you from trying to find space in your house for these things. Parang it's such a situation, the idea of vestido.
I think that's a brilliant idea that you actually give access to people who do not necessarily have access to couture pieces that are one-off. I mean, like, to be able to wear them at special occasions, on special occasions, and, like, be able to give it back for a fraction of the cost. But what are your,
Yeah.
like, determining factors of, like, buying a piece and, like, putting it on vestido? So, ano yung mga qualifications mo? Parang, does it have to be like, kasi syempre, di ba, parang sobra siyang identifiable, di ba? Like the ones that you posted earlier during the day, parang, pag sinuot ko yan, makikita yan ng mga tao, alam na nila na sinuot yan ni ganyan and everything.
Yeah.
What are the qualifications of like picking the pieces for vestido?
Well, with Vestido, basically the idea of Vestido is a shared closet. We curate it based on, we are three people who own Vestido, and we are three people who work in fashion, meaning one worked in fashion retail for a long time, for like 6 years, and two of us had a long history in editorial. So we both have fashion editorial backgrounds. And the idea of our closets basically is just curated pieces that sort of like passes our aesthetic, something that we think are pieces that are modern, but also one-off, unique, or hard to find international labels and so on. But mainly, I think not a lot of people know about this, but Vestido is actually like a melange of different closets. So Vestido is basically all consigned pieces by people who would like to share their closets, but we haven't yet gotten to a point wherein we divulge who the owners of the closets are. But these are basically people who are opening up their closets because either they don't have closet space anymore and they want to keep the pieces because they're special to them, but they are so open to having someone else wear the pieces and enjoy the pieces, but also at the same time earning from your own closet, because we get a commission. Yeah.
Top 3 closets in Manila. Top 3 closets.
Ooh.
I have your shirt.
Ooh, that's hard.
Top 3 closets you will invade for vestido. 3
okay. Definitely, I would. Ooh, TMO, Tina Maricela Ocampo, for sure.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, if she's watching this, I'm so sorry, but I know I love your closet. And I think you probably know that I do. TMO.
She's very shy. I invited her. She said, I'm so shy, G3. I cannot go live.
Really?
Yeah.
TMO. Oh my God, so many people. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm like losing my train of thought here. TMO for sure.
The Black Shop.
Yes, absolutely. I think she's
Sari
super
store.
chic.
Oh my God, naalala mo ba yung Sari
Sari
store?
store. I actually still have a black scarf top from Sari store. Until this day, I wear it.
Green belt, green
Green belt, mix. And mix, remember? Yeah.
Yes.
So hers for sure, because I know she has so many special pieces that I'd love to see. Who else? Sorry, I can't think.
Wait,
I'm sure there are people, but I can't think
Charlene
anymore.
Gonzales on a Sunday?
If I miss Charlene, I absolutely miss her. Like, do you remember our days at the Buzz, right?
The Buzz. Nag-enjoy ka sa The Buzz. Kasi ako, every Sunday, I make it a point to text Charlene. And then in the finale of The Buzz, she said, like, GP, I want to thank you for, like, all of the messages you sent. So, kasi naman, girl, binibihisan ka ni Pam Quiñones every Sunday, diba? Parang that was really, parang namihasa ka talaga every Sunday kay Charlene. Nag-enjoy ka kay Charlene, aminin mo.
Super, G3. I think it was such a great fashion experiment because parang Charlene was super game. She wanted to really go like, different style every weekend, and she was game to fit. I think that was one of the biggest things that was important for people like us, for stylists. If you're masipag to fit, then for sure, your look will be perfect. If we are doing our jobs, then your look will be perfect if the celebrity is masipag to fit. And Charlene is one of them. But she's also so gracious. And she became a really good friend after the buzz or even during the buzz. And I learned so much from her. She's such a
Very
bright light,
wise.
so
Very
full of
wise.
wisdom. Yeah, super
Yes.
wise. Yeah.
We only have
Yeah.
4 minutes left, and I don't want to waste the time that I asked you to prepare 5 lounge pieces, diba? So, like, very
Yeah.
quickly, what are the 5 lounge pieces you suggest for everyone in quarantine? Because everyone looks up to you because you are like a style maven, and like Pam Quiñones is legendary in the fashion industry. You have so many anaks, diba? Like, Emilian is here, like, Rain is here, Mir Lautao is here. Nanay talaga na, 5 fashion pieces in the lounge department in the quarantine.
Okay, so quickly, I'm wearing a pajama top that I love. I've owned this for 5 years now. So this is a Celine pajama top that I paired with an old Celine pajama trousers. So anything silk or satin that you can lounge in, pajama top, pajama bottoms, wear it because it's still kind of like it's still chic to sort of like if you're in a Zoom call, for example, just wear a necklace and it's parang panglakad enough. It's not really pangbahay. As long as you don't, I mean, as long as like you steam it or iron it before you go live, right? Because it can get really wrinkly. So I really love pajama tops. The idea of loungewear is anything that you can easily or comfortably lounge in indoors, and that is also equally chic if you decide to step outdoors, like quickly, like for a cafe in, Wildflower, whatever. Because I live in BGC, I walk around. So second thing that I love is silk dresses. So, and I think G3, I've seen you in some silk dresses also.
True, true,
My
true.
favorite is like a silk. Siyempre, I prepared it, diba? One of my favorites is like a silk, a
Ang ganda
vintage,
ng kulay. Ang ganda ng
yeah, it's
kulay.
like a ochre mustard color. It's silk. This is vintage, and this is like a really light cover up from Uniqlo.
Celine
So
Quino daw.
if I'm
Celine
at
Quino
home,
daw, sabi ni Mir. Celine Quino.
ano ba? Pang wildflower. Okay, so ito, pang bahay. And then if I decide to step out, I just literally put this on, right?
Pambahay mo yan, girl. Pambahay mo yan.
Yes. G3, if I learned, something new during the quarantine is to not save your special pieces for special occasions.
True! Remove
You
the
shouldn't.
tags.
You
Cut the tags.
shouldn't.
Cut the
Yeah.
tags.
Like we shouldn't because we have an increased interaction with our home space. Our home space now is our world. So,
That's
we
really.
want to look good. And, when you look good, you feel good. And that's super important these days. Another one is this cute dress by local brand called Shop Lulu by Sitsit Sioson, one of my former, again,
Alaga.
assistants, Alaga assistant. So she
Linen,
makes these
linen.
really beautiful local,
Is that, is that linen?
yes, so she makes them in linen, twill, cotton. It's one of those pieces na nakakaganda, super feminine. Even if you're not feminine, it's like parang feeling mo girl na girl ka. And this is also one of my most favorite pambahay, also from them. I think they call it the Dahlia, but I call this my Lux Lisbon slip. I feel like I'm part of the Virgin Suicides when I'm wearing it.
Okay.
So I
Kirsten
think,
Dunst or like Josh Hartnett?
and then for jewelry, like gold jewelry like that, anything that feels very heirloom. Like I got this vintage Givenchy necklace that I wear, differently all the time. Can be long, can be just peeking out of like whatever I'm wearing. It just feels like it adds personal touch, and that kind of shows your personal style if it's super unique. I got this from I don't remember if this was like one of the local brands, but I love wearing earrings that are completely different. I
They
find
look
that
so
it adds
hieroglyphic. They look so hieroglyphic.
exactly right. Feels very historical. And there's something to be said about the mismatched earrings. I find that it adds irreverence to like, your style.
You
Um,
like being very asymmetric.
yes.
I
So
wanna
I think
thank
this
you.
year,
I wanna thank you, Pam, for sharing your five very, very, like approachable pieces for quarantine. I hope that I see you soon. I hope that like when all of this blows over, I mean like style still, like surfaces and becomes like one of the things that we, like historically feel that are the things that identify with the season, identify with like the year, 'di ba? Parang maraming maraming salamat binigyan mo ako ng time. Oh my God. I want to thank you for the time that you gave me. Can you hear me still?
no, you're frozen na.
I'm frozen now. What about
Yeah,
now?
now you're frozen, but I can still hear you.
Okay, so I want to thank you for giving me the time. And I
Thank
want
you
to
for
thank,
having me.
of course, my God, hindi naman pwedeng wala si Pam Quiñones, di ba?
I feel so honored. I feel like I'm on the buzz or something. Like this kind of, it feels like a talk show. Yeah.
We have to talk. We have to have wine with Charlene one of these days, di ba? But to talk
Yes,
about the fashion,
absolutely.
moments on the bus. Because I've been texting her like every week during the bus. Parang sabi ko, girl, that is like magnetic. That is like super
Yeah.
epic. So
But I also
very,
want to
very,
tell
very,
you deeply congratulations on your show. I think you've been so inspiring to a lot of people. So keep at it. And I think I'll be watching the chat after me with Mark.
yes, oh my God. Thank you so much, Pam. I want to see you soon. Like after this whole thing blows over, like let's sit down and like, like look at like where the industry is and, like reassess and everything. But maraming maraming salamat. Oh my God. And just a small show on Instagram and you said yes.
Bye. Bye
Bye. I'll see you
everyone.
soon.